I'm looking at another order here, a motion for enforcement of possession order in the order to appear. And again, this is going to the 415th District Court of Parker County in Texas. And it says jurisdiction. The court has jurisdiction over this suit as the court of continuing exclusive jurisdiction. But the court does not have jurisdiction over the suit. Right. This case has been removed to the Fifth Circuit, the U.S. Court of the Fifth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals, prior to anything ever happening, prior to any orders issuing it to be transferred to Parker County. My notes show here that it was issued on August the 9th. Okay. There was an order that supposedly transferred the case to Parker County on August the 23rd. So after it had been removed from that court, they're saying that it was ordered to Parker, and yet Lamar County had no jurisdiction over that. So there's two judges that have acted without jurisdiction, the judge in Lamar, and then also currently Judge Quisenberry. It seems to me that judges issuing orders and enforcing orders and everything else, in which they have no jurisdiction, should be investigated because it seems to be an abusive judge.
Well, there's things that should happen all the time, but this has been going on for a year.
Right.
And it's probably going to go on for another year, but nobody's ever done anything about it. And I don't know if anybody will because they don't care.
Yeah, yeah. So there was a violation here. Again, your father has been willfully and intentionally violated the court's order by taking the child without an agreement in place to do so. Regardless of what the order says, it's an invalid order. There's no authority behind the order.
Right, we're talking about what this judge should do and how he's doing things wrong, but he shouldn't be doing anything because he can't.
Right. And now it also says here that the respondent ignored some correspondence from Ms. Womack and took the child anyway. So it sounds like, your father went out there and kidnapped you. Or maybe you were playing and he ran out into the field and grabbed you and threw you into the car. But that's not the way it happened, is that correct?
No. He pulled into the driveway and I saw him through the window and I walked outside and got in his car and we left.
So you didn't even run out and sneak away? You walked out?
Yeah, I walked out the front door.
Okay. Your father
She wasn't there. She wasn't home when that happened. She can't say that. She's not a witness.
That's interesting. Because, well, it would sound like she is. I mean, your father grabbed the child. Did your father grab you?
Absolutely not.
It sounds like she's mixing up your father with Jimmy, the abusive stepdad. Your father did not grab you. The respondent appeared to have no warning, with no discussion ahead of time, blah, blah, blah. Okay, anyway. Future violations of the order, because the petitioner believes that based on the respondent's repeated past violation of the child support order. Now, this was a very interesting thing that took place in court. Judge Quisenberry was very, very interested about this whole thing with child support. Now, it just so happens that I have the child support payment record. The Office of the Attorney General gives these things out, the Texas Child Support Disbursement Unit payment record. Now, what your mother is alleging does not align with the payment records. And your father has willfully and intentionally violated the child support order by not paying Ashley Brooke Womack the child support due. Now, these dates go from June of 2018 to September of 2019. It says that there's an amount due and the amount paid says zero. But the Attorney General's records show the opposite. Does not show that zero money has been paid. So somehow it would appear that somebody is lying on this.
Lies. That is her thing. She lies to everyone.
Okay, but yet I'm sure that this was written up by Scum Bob Thorton.
Yes.
So do you think Scum Bob also knows that this whole thing is based on a lie?
Probably, but he's getting paid either way, so
right.
he's going to write it up.
Yeah, yes. There is also a request for criminal contempt. Wants to hold your father in criminal contempt, fine him $500, and confine him in the county jail for 6 months. For 6 months.
That is the most evil part on that paper. She wants to make my dad pay $500 a month, and then for that month that she claimed that he didn't pay child support, which he did, he paid $100 to her when I should be living here. So it's basically just charity. He's giving her charity. Right.
The order that your father was supposed to pay your mother child support also said that you had to live either in, what was it, Collin County or Lamar County?
Yes.
And you were not allowed to go to Parker County. So she violated that order, and your father continued to pay child support. I mean, I've seen the records. Once again, I have the records from the Office of the Attorney General, the Texas Child Support Disbursement Unit payment record. I have the records right here. And so in 2015, your mother left where she was ordered to stay. She was not allowed to leave. And your father still kept paying. And then at that time, after a while, he reduced the child support. So he was off of the Attorney General's record. You know, they weren't coming after him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she violated the order.
And he was still paying her.
He was paying her.
Why should he have to pay her when I'm supposed to live here with him?
Right. So you're supposed to live here, and she basically, could you make the case that she kidnapped you away from your residence?
Yes.
And took you to another place? And but that's in the best interest of the child.
Right.
Moving you away, and because of course the judges know the best interest of the child, and they order the best interest of the child, and the mother disregards the best interest of the child that she says she's looking out for. This is crazy. But now there's not just criminal contempt here, there is also civil contempt. And again, she wants him confined in the county jail until your father pays all the child support arrearages plus accrued interest and all costs and attorney fees. So here it is. She wants your father to pay for Scum Bob Thornton as well, and then stay in jail until that time.
Right. She wants my dad in jail so that I can't go live with my dad and I'm stuck with her.
Yeah. Well, that would be one way to do it, I suppose.
That's her way. That's what she's trying to do.
Right. And it was necessary, once again, attorney fees. It was necessary for Miss Womack to retain the services of Scum Bob Robert A. Thornton, a licensed attorney. It's really a shame that such people like that get to be licensed attorney, knowing that they're lying through their teeth, knowing that they have to pull all sorts of shenanigans to protect the abuser. Scum Bob Thornton wants to be paid, however, and wants your father to pay him. So there is a request for attorney fees in here. There's another order. Let me go to this one as well. And this is temporary orders, August 28th, 2019, by the court that had no jurisdiction, Judge Quisenberry in the District Court, the 415th Judicial District of Parker County, Texas. In the interest of you, once again, Judge Quisenberry, who has no jurisdiction over this matter, is making the following orders for the safety and welfare and in the best interest of the child. I'm wondering if Judge Quisenberry can define, again, what the best interest of the child is, because even the experts don't know what it is. But Judge Quisenberry can do anything and claim it's in the best interest of the child. But again, he has no jurisdiction in any of this. The motion for the enforcement of child support order and the order to appear. So this is, I think, is what came today, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
And of course, you are the subject of the suit. On May 16th, 2018, the court signed an order and later named a nunc-pro-tunct order on August 23rd. Now, August 23rd, 2018, the case had already been removed from that court. So this court here that issued that order, again, had no jurisdiction. It is in federal court.
Right. Everything after it had been removed to federal court is meaningless. It doesn't have anything to do with this case because it can't exist because it never happened.
And again, you know, the violations here, this is lying. She's lying. Scum Bob Thornton has submitted these violations about your father willfully and intentionally violating the child support order, even though your mother moved out of the area, says that no amount has been paid, and yet the records from the Attorney General's office says that money has been paid. And I'm wondering if Judge Quisenberry will look at these lies and perhaps even say something to Scum Bob Thornton about these lies, and maybe your mother as well. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this stuff right here. I just got to see this for the first time, a lot of this stuff. Why, very interesting. Your mother wants from June 1st to September the 1st, June 1st, 2018 to September the 1st, 2019. The total amount of child support due to Ashley Womack was $10,621.76. Now, when I was in court, I'm pretty sure she said $20,000 or $30,000. So this is not even the same figure. But tell me, what was it about this number that really got you upset? Isn't this is when you said...
Yeah, that was when she took me to Paris, to Lamar County, and asked me if I thought my dad could pay $20,000 that she had added up on a calculator. And that was when I really put the pieces together and realized that I didn't want any part of what she was doing, and I wanted to go with my dad.
Yeah. And I know that your dad, I don't know how much he talked with you about any of the stuff beforehand, but I know that, just from knowing him personally, he was one of these things that he was wondering, are you ever going to see what's going on? He did not want to be in all this litigation. He just wanted to be a father to you.
Yes, he just wanted for me and him to have a relationship, and he hates the court system. He doesn't ever want to be a part of it anymore.
I think all of us hate the court system. I mean, there may be times to use it, but the court system is abusive. The people who love the court system are the attorneys. That's where they make their money.
Yeah.
And often, as your mother is requesting that your father have to pay for all of this stuff, attorneys don't care who pays them. They might find a little bit of a joy, actually, to have the other person pay them, for the work that they've done against them. Suing people in court all the time. And then and I'm sorry that I don't mean to sound negative, but I saw the stuff play out in front of my eyes. For your mother to talk about the best interest of the child and then talk about the judge has to order that. Nobody knows what the best interest of the child is. The judge who doesn't know you, the judge who wouldn't even let you eat food, who got mad at you because you were eating food that your father gave you, the judge who had a bailiff or some type of a sheriff handcuff you and put you back into a car with abusers. He knows the best interest of the child. Judge Graham Quisenberry, I don't buy it. And I certainly don't buy that Scum Bob Thorton knows the best interest or cares. I saw what he did. Again, I saw what he did, and I think I'm going to be working on those tapes pretty soon again to show his testimony, how he was trying to keep you from speaking to the judge, either publicly or in the chambers.